The third step is to add some secondary animation. Let's use some of those animation principles to bring some life to this phone. Let's take a look. So the next thing I want to do, a position keyframe and a rotation keyframe. So now I'll hit U. So I'm going to alter these now. So why don't we do this? 12 frames, it'll be in the center. And then on its way out, it'll be another set of keyframes. So let's take the position. Let's move it down here, say, out of the frame. And at the start, let's have it kind of arc into the frame. So now I've got my little arc drawn there. You can see it kind of goes up. All right. We'll take the rotation one off, and we'll just have a consistent rotation all the way through, right? Now we're going to nuance this as well, right? But there's the action, right? And it looks a little big for this kind of action, so maybe what I'll do here is in scale, I won't make this an animated element. I'll just tend to reduce the scale of this thing. So now that it kind of flies in, okay, that looks pretty good. So maybe the position in the middle can kind of go up a little bit. So let's move that up. Let's stretch my arc to the top. So now, okay, pretty good. Let's only preview what we need to preview here. All right. Also, let's get the rotation and change that as well. So let's go from 0 to like 90, say. Oops, 90 degrees. So now let's see what that looks like. Ah, my phone is being tossed. So it's got a little graceful arc there. If I go to the center of this, halfway point here is 45. I'll make another keyframe, just so in rotation and position I have equal keyframes. With both of those selected, let's make these easy ease, function F9. Now we'll go into here. Now we can see these little loops that we can then adjust, right? Which is pretty cool. So let's deal with just position first. Let's stretch those peaks out, right? Slow in, slow out. Just adjusting those handles. All right, good. Let's go back out here. So now I've got a little rotation here. And again, I can adjust this by copying, moving my playhead forward 1 by pressing Command and arrow forward and copying them. But now I can adjust kind of where this actually takes place. So I can kind of do something like this. Oh, if you remember, if you move that middle keyframe, now it's a little slower, right? Let's try the next one. I'll hit my keyframes here. And I'll copy them again. This time maybe let's make it, copy the middle one. So now we're just adjusting, right, with that keyframe, the overall action. Let's go back, beginning one, and one last one here. So now we've got several different tosses. So it's good to have not only the slow in, slow out effect, but also anticipation and also some follow through as well. Those principles in action are done with these easy ease keyframes and with the graph editor to kind of create an exaggerated motion. So let's export that in our Adobe Media Encoder queue.